Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to a quite breezy Hilton Moore Oval and here in East Gosford for this blockbuster Bar TV Hunter Haval match of the round between Terrigal, Avoca and Newcastle City. With me in commentary, my partner in crime, the great Lucas Holmes. Good afternoon, Lucas.
Good afternoon, David. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, indeed, David, as you touched on just then, a blockbuster between two of the league's heavyweights, Terrigal, Avoca and Newcastle City this afternoon.
As the breeze picks up, you can see in the background there on Justin's camera work that it's a southerly. It's a couple of gold breeze and it's gusting around. And we lost our tally a minute ago and the guys, Finn and Justin, have done a great job to get us back on here. Lucas Holmes, could you please read out the Newcastle City side for us?
Newcastle City Australian Football Club, 2 Macro O'Malley, 4 Stephen Batten, 7 Connor Haswell, 9 Joe O'Donoghue, 10 Angus Beckett, 11 Stephen Scott, 13 Mitch Knight, 14 Cade Triffett, 15 Ian Baker, 16 Hayden Kavanagh, 17 Ethan Durbridge, 18 Hamish Thompson, 19 Jackson Crawford, 21 Leg Ruckman Chris Jackson, 22 Reed Van Hustede, 23 Cam Keast, 26 Liam Dwyer, 30 James Fogarty, 38 Max Quinlan, 40 Mitch Black, 44 Jordan Harrison and 69 Pat Gillingham. David?
Terrigal, Avoca, ladies and gentlemen, 47. 47 is Ken Shalajinsky, 34 Kurt Fleming, 1 Matthew Shuttle, 2 Corbin Bond, 3 James Webster, 4 Lockie Baylor, 6 Sam O'Brien, 7 Josh Polglaze, who's not very happy after West Coast got touched up last night, Lewis. 8 Brandon Thomas, 9 Jack Grimman, 39 Pete Van Dam, 12 Corey Billings, 13 Jason Van Dam, 15 Ben Lamb, 17 William Delahunty, 19 Jack Fitzgerald, 22 Dan Houston, 23 Will McKellar, 26 Tom Creswell, 37 Xander White, 50 Chris Bishop and 60 Jared Flint. Umpires Lucas Holmes.
Field umpires David Stephen Bloom, Jody Henderson, Darryl Luck. Boundary umpires Mayo Luck, Alec Walters, and goal umpires Jake Lowe and Lauren Randall.
In this league in the last, decade, these are the two most powerful sides of a generation, Lucas Holmes, and there's a lot at stake here, a lot. With Cardiff having a bye today, one of these two teams is putting their hand up to try and get a minor premiership because they both play Cardiff again. Doesn't get much bigger in our league, Louis, does it?
It sure doesn't. Back at Terrigal Avoca's spiritual home, which is Hilton Moore Oval, which has undergone some renovations the last few years. Beautiful oval it is now, David.
It's in great nick. It's a lovely day here. It really is. It's a bit warmer than both Lucas and I thought. There is a breeze, as we've spoken about before, but it's perfect conditions for footy other than a slight breeze. It should be a cracking game of footy. I'm hopeful that both sides have a real crack. Terrigal, Avoca are really good with their defensive structures, as have been Newcastle City. And they've both had some relatively comfortable games of late. This is a chance to say, here we go, let's have a look and see where we're going against the big boys, Louis.
It sure is, David. And these two sides would have penciled this game in before the season started when the fixtures came out. So an important game it is as the toss has just been taken. And Mitch Knight will be kicking from the left. Left to right on the screen, ladies and gentlemen.
Introducing luxury you won't have to sell the house for. The new Haval H6 from $29,990.
Homes here, and the good crowd building should be a cracking game of football. We'll keep you up to date. Try and keep you up to date with a couple of scores going around. There's some important games being played. The two most important other ones, Killarney and Gosford up the road from us at Adelaide Street Oval, and Nelson Bay hosting Singleton. They're both pivotal games to the makeup of the bottom half of the 7, with teams again needing to finish 5th to avoid the top 3 of Terrigal, Avoca, Newcastle City and Cardiff in round 1 of the finals. Jody Henderson's the umpire with the hat there, and Darryl Luck and Stephen Bloom with him. Just speaking to Stephen a minute ago, did a game at Tom Wells Oval last week at a higher level and said he enjoyed it very much. Well done, Stephen. And Louis, Lucas Holmes is grinning like a Cheshire cat. He was at the MCG on Sunday with 83,000 other Muppets and watched Collingwood defeat Melbourne. A very convincing performance. You had a good time, Louis?
Very good performance, David. Yes, very enjoyable long weekend in Melbourne. Lucky didn't miss any football back up here, but it's unfortunate with the weather. Indeed
we did. It was an ordinary day on Saturday, I'll tell you. Team's about to get going and get into position. Terrigal, Avoca just breaking from their huddles now. Chris Bishop, as you would expect, in the middle. And we are just about ready to rock and roll here. Cannot wait. Lachlan Ballas in front of us in 4. Matt Shortall in 1. Newcastle City yet to break from their huddle. At centre half forward to the right of screen. So just again for ladies and gentlemen, the breeze is a 2 to 3 goal breeze at this stage. Gusting occasionally, going right to left. So Terrigal, Avoca have got the breeze. You can see in the distance there's some big gum trees on the eastern side of this ground. And they're moving around, and it's gusty. Sometimes it goes still, and then other times it's 15, 20 clicks an hour. So interesting to see what kind of effect that has. Certainly, balls being kicked high to the right of the screen are going to hold up. Doesn't get much bigger than this, Louis. Looking forward to this very, very much. And then next week, of course, we have another big game for the make up the 7, Singleton and Killarney Vale, Louis, at Rose Point Parking and up with the good people up there at Chook Dome.
Sure do, David. And broadcasting the women's game once again, always a pleasure to do women's football.
Rock and roll time here. Indeed it is. Jodie Henderson's got the football. Chris Jackson on the left. And Ken Chalaginski's got the ball in the ruck on the right-hand side. We're ready to rock and roll. Black Diamond football. Doesn't get much bigger than this. Terrigal, Avoca and Newcastle City. Here we go. Jackson favoured by the breeze, actually. Ball comes out. Delahunty's in there. Massive plays in the centre there. Umpire Henderson says that'll be mine. Jimmy Webster on the right. Jackson's nominated. Now that ball deviated in the air. Let's see what it does this time. Straight up and down that time. And a free kick's been plucked out of that by Jodie Henderson to Chris Jackson. So early start for Jackson. Coming back from a knee injury. It looks like that right knee's got a bit of tape on it. Goes far side. Gets a good piece of that. Ball comes to ground. That's Lamb. Probably turned onto his left, will he? No, goes to the right-hand handball. Finds Webster. Little short ball comes along the wing. Oh, big tap coming out there from Black, and the ball's out of bounds. Mayo Luck's got that football. Just saw themselves out. A little bit of argy-bargy in there, nothing serious. Chalaginski and Jackson. Jackson's got the favour of that one. That's really blown in the air. I was surprised that it's not blown up, Lucas, actually. Webster's in there. And I wonder if it's out in the full or was he out before he kicked it? Decision is out before he kicked it. Right on centre wing, eastern side of the ground. Lucas, it's actually a lovely day. It's quite a beautiful winter's day, considering the weather we've had in the last fortnight.
Sure is, David. And when that wind is not around, as you said before, perfect day for football as Saladinsky and Jackson go up again.
Favours Chalaginski, just gets a left hand to it. Webster's at the back, sniping. Now, free kick plucked out of here for some sort of rough tackle made after the play. Jodie Henderson made the over-the-shoulder move in giving that decision. Just a little bit of argy-bargy, and on they go with it. Short ball comes to Bayless, and he takes that mark easily. Right in the line with the centre circle. Decides to go long, and that's whether that's a smart move. Long, long ball there. Ball comes to ground. Out there is Haswell, and it goes out of bounds in front of Connor, who's been in superb form. I did an interview yesterday with Patrick Gillingham, and he said how good Haswell's form has been all season, Lucas.
Sure has, David.
Jackson left-handed, beautifully rove by Knight, gets smothered off the boot. Who's got first crack at it? Grimmin in front, might use his speed. No, whacks it straight in the left. The ball's picked off there by Black. Comes Combox side. Got a chance in Newcastle City. They're away. Beautifully centred there. Not marked. Continuing on. 18's Thompson. Backwards at the handball. Goes long. Was that touched or not? No, not called. At the back scouting. Can he keep it in? Oh, he's tried a little worm-burning kick. Gillingham's there. What can Patrick do? Gets a handball out. That's O'Donoghue. Goes backwards to familiar voice. Ball's absolute mulligan. He's missed that completely, was Quinlan.
And he's, sorry, David, Stephen Bloom's paid a high contact free kick to Terrigal Avoca there.
Thank you. Little short left foot kick. That's dangerous. That was actually Delahunty backs into the pack and takes a courageous mark right on the 50-metre arc. No scorers yet. Little short kick to Lamb and finds him at true centre half back in front of Cam Keast. Lamb looking. Natural left footer. Should be called a play on. He's going around the mark and that happens. Dropped. That could have been taken, that mark. It was right at ground level. There's Bishop in front. Mitchell Knight's in there trying to put body on him. That's a throw. Absolute tunnel ball. Called by Henderson. Chris Bishop will take the free kick against Mitchell Knight for a tunnel ball job. Bishop, a 30 to 40 metre kicker at this stage of his career. Goes to the 30-metre kick. Finds his man perfectly in Xander White. Out here near the commentary area. Now, White's well within kicking distance, Lucas Holmes, in this breeze. Yeah. No one in the hole. Lucas is pointing out right in front of us. Goes short. That's where Lucas Holmes, and he's fallen over, and away they go. O'Malley goes down the It was no O'Malley. Actually, it was Liam Dwyer. Picked off. Jared Flint. Squares it up. Centre half forward. Looking for markers in there. Jaladinsky goes through. Jackson's in there. Threw it, I reckon. Gone. Good tackle. Wants the ball back quickly. That's Polglaze. Good tackle on Jackson. Short ball. Picked off. No, Haswell drops what he otherwise have taken. Pete Van Dam's in there. Holding the man, I reckon. Paid to... Is that Creswell? If it's left-footed, it is. Just wait to see his number. Reckon this is Tom Creswell. And he's going to take this ball. Gee, Lucas, we've got a good view of this. I reckon there's no more than 30, 35. Here comes the kick. It is Creswell. And he pulled it to the right. So, first score of the match is behind. The Panthers are behind. Newcastle City yet to score. 5 and a quarter minutes elapsed time here at Hilton Moore Oval. Durbridge goes straight down the spine. Dangerous but direct. Bump put on by Knight. Puts another one on Flint and has hurt him. Flint's got a bit of a stinger on his left arm. He'll be right, I'd imagine. Umpire Luck says, I'll have that, thank you. Mitchell Knight with two really effective in and under bumps there. Lucas, completely legal.
And as you expect, David, early on in this game, very heavily contested between both sides.
Yep. Flint goes check side. Ball goes almost straight up in the air. Where's it going to bounce? Terrigal get the advantage. Magnificent tackle by Dwyer. Really good tackle on Bayliss. And that ball's out of bounds about 6 or 7 metres around from the transection of the 50-metre arc and the boundary line. Boundary umpire Alec Wallace is going to throw this one in. Major ruckman in. Shalajinsky's favoured. Gets a tap out. It's well read by Baker. Ball comes out here forward. Who's a chance? Right in front of the combox this is. And ball goes out of bounds. So, out of bounds deep in the forward pocket. About 20 metres out from the goals. It's one behind to naught at the moment. In comes the throw in. Jackson gets that one out. Grimmin in and underneath. Tackle made on him. Umpire Jody Henderson says that'll be mine, thanks. As the wind starts to pick up again, Lucas.
And we spoke before the game, David, as well. You were very surprised as the team list in front of us that Connor Haswell's been on the halfback flank, but it looks like he's playing there to begin with.
Well spotted. Speaking of the devil, there's Con right there. Gets that ball forward. Bayliss is going to put a tackle on. Gets it out. O'Malley. Magnificent pass. Absolutely superb to Van Huisteed, who takes the mark at half-back flank. Low and direct. Not really favouring anyone. Does he keep that in? He doesn't. Crawford throwing his best. He's a wizard, Crawford, when he gets going. And there's no one in the full forward area at all. So Patrick Gillingham, as you can see him back there right on your right screen, going back to the forward, deep in the forward line for City, who have done an effective shutdown so far on Terrigal with only the one behind being scored. City will be happy with their results so far. Shalazinski, little handball out. Has he got it clear? He has. Dwyer. And Scott gets the ball out here. Ball across. Oh, they're in trouble now. They get out of it. Terrigal ball comes down the wing. Letting the way is Polglaze. Can he keep it in, Lucas? Great tackle by Black. And ball out of bounds. That was a superb tackle. Got his hips low. Drove in. And an effective tackle. Mayo luck with the football. Sorry, Lucas Holmes.
Sure did did very well there. Black to not get the high tackle either against himself. So very well done there by Black.
Polglaze into the ruck with Jackson. Good throw in. Oh, so Jackson should have got a free kick. He was manhandled there. Not legally, in my opinion. Ball comes out. In fact, it doesn't come out. And I think a push in the back's been played. That was the signal given, was it not, Lucas?
Sure was, David. Correct.
Creswell left-footed, diabolical kick. Goes about 7 metres, most of it along the ground. Another push in the back there. And paid. Consistency from the umpire. At the bottom of that pack is Hamish Thompson. And he's got the football. He pushed in the back, centre wing. Short. Finds his man in Stephen Batten. Goes down the line, low. Keast in front, big burly character he is. 17's Delahunty. Short, or lovely little bit of candy and goes through. Kicks the ball 50-55 metres. Haswell at the back, just drops it. Comes back for more. Off the ground, free kick given. Don't know what for. And if Newcastle City don't touch it, it's a Terrigal Avoca free kick, which it is. Possibly holding the man behind the play there, Louis.
Correct, David.
Ball comes out, James Webster. Off one step. Short and direct. Not marked. Anyone's ball in there, really. Black comes out. He's had a couple of touches early on as Black. And Luck's a fortune, and he finds Batten. It's just inside the square, defensive side for City. Lovely ball out wide. Can they make them pay here? 18's Thompson. That ball's, no, it's not. It's actually Kavanagh, and the ball's gone out of bounds. So elapsed time there, 9, almost 10 minutes actually. And City have done very well so far. Lucas keeping them, stopping Terrigal Avoca kicking any majors.
Sure have, David. Very unlucky there, though, from Hayden Kavanagh. That ball not bouncing up for him. He's out the back otherwise, as this wind once again picks up.
Absolutely does. We're holding on to our table, holding on to everything here. Short ball comes out. Houston wins the ruck. Grimman, speed on, gets low. And has he been... No, free kick there. Thought there was whistle blown out of bounds. Right over near the scorer's area. Throw-in comes in. Houston over the top. Beautifully read by Bishop. Another handball out. Bishop might get the 1-2 here. On his non-dominant side. Short ball right deep in the pocket. City under pressure. Pete Van Dam gets a left-hand handball out off his hands and knees. Pole Glaze. Can they get a clean possession? No. And it's a throw-in. So Mayo Luck with the football. Pete Van Dam's up, I think, here. He's nominated, along with Jackson. Jackson works him out of it, gets a right-hander, out to Batten. Handball comes out. Bishop's dangerous in there. Short handball comes out. There's Bond. Shortall gets it out just. Bishop waits for the football to come down. Tries to use his bulk to get through. Shortall tackled immediately. But everyone putting their heads over the football in modern way. No free kicks being given. Dangerous area for City. But again, they shut it down. So one behind Terrigal Avoca. No goals after 11 and a half minutes. There would have been big odds on that. Left-hand handball punch comes out from Van Dam. We won that contest. Shortall can't pick it up. Coming through zone, Malley. And held in, and Henderson says, I'll have that, thank you. And another throw-in coming up right now. Jackson and Van Dam. Van Dam uses his body. Bond! Left-footed, scrubby little kick. Moves forward. Still dangerous for City. Little ball comes out from Durbridge. Gets to the wing. Got some space he has, but Stephen Batten pulls up. Finds Van Huysteed running past. That's going to be picked off by Kurt Fleming. Welcome addition back into the Terrigal ranks. Bishop immediately goes on with that left foot. Goes long. Beautiful spot. Lovely kick to Shortall. Doesn't let him down with his hands. Short ball in here. Can they pick it up? They've had no clean ball at all, the Terrigal forwards. Shortall beats one. 8 is Thomas. Can't quite get control of it. Ball comes back. That needed to be taken by Harrison. He's tapped it forward. Grimmond. Dangerous. Low ball. Oh, lovely step by Thomas. Comes out. Oh, Haswell put his head over that. Can he deliver? And he does immaculately in front of us to Harrison. And City are away. Left foot of Harrison, deliberately keeping it low. Smart move, gets 50 metres on it. Lamb, right-hand handball. Jason Van Dams talks to him, gets a handball out to Webster. And there's the quarterback. That's the bloke you want to have the ball in his hands. Perfect pass, Bayless. Bayless goes short. No, hits it over Pete Van Dam. Service in the forward line's been average today for Terrigal Avoca, Lucas Holmes. Ball held in. This could be a ball up, or is it going to be holding the ball? Yeah, City have stopped them getting clean ball, haven't they?
They have. The defensive structure has been very good, City, so far, but not very able to get the ball into their forward half as of yet in any numbers at all, really, David.
Yep. Ball comes out. That's Black. Little short kick. Yeah, marked off by Fleming. Now, Fleming's a decent kick. He's within distance. Goes short and perfect pass. Really beautiful. Creswell left unattended. No more than 20 metres out. That's unforgivable. And he's a real chance for Terrigal Avoca's first goal. And Lucas, who's been looking forward to reading you an ad read, will be very close to already one here.
And very well there, Fleming, as Creswell approaches his goal. Just looked up straight away and squared it to Creswell.
And he's missed to the left. So Jake Lowe says that's a behind. 2 behinds, Terrigal, Avoca. Newcastle City yet to score. On a sunny but breezy day here at Hilton Moore Oval in East Gosford. If you've got 10 or 15 minutes or an hour, get on down here. It's a lovely afternoon. Good crowd in. The pies are lovely too. Lots of cold soft drinks. Get on down here. O'Malley with a footy.
Triffett, David, sorry.
Kate Triffett, thank you. Lovely spot. Perfect to Kavanagh. The left footer goes wide. Very wide. Taps it in front of himself. Xander White's there with him, and I think that's gone out of bounds. It has. Xander White has had some issues with a shoulder injury this year, and his brother's here today. Lachlan's on crutches. I think he's gone for the season. He might be coming to say later on today, Louis. Keast, too big, too strong. Knight, backwards handball. That was O'Malley. Now off to Batten. Does a lot of good work for Newcastle City. Can he get to the football? It's gone out of bounds now. Oh, it's out of bounds of the full, is it? There's a free kick certainly been given. Bishop gives it off. To his best mate, Webster. Webster's going to keep on coming. He's actually shanked that, and it's going to be picked off. Did not get good piece of that at all. Dwyer comes down the combox side. 69's Gillingham. Hasn't had much to do today so far. Jason Van Dam. They've got a chase here. Webster, hurried kick. Lovely bounce. Beautifully picked up by Baker. Left foot is smothered. Beautifully. Delahunty back to McKellar. This durable and smart Terrigal Avoca backline. That's gone long over the top with his breeze. Who's going to be first to react? Haswell. Beautifully balanced he is. Goes long. That should be picked off. No, Bond doesn't get it a good bounce. Van Huisteed's over there. Crawford's over there. Sniping. Dangerous. Van Huisteed gets it into the 50. What's going to happen here? Little slight nudge out. Gets Jackson out the way. White goes wide. Bond. And off to Sam O'Brien, smothered. Batten, back to Van Huisteed. Goes on to his non-dominant left, gets a good piece of that. Gillingham at the back! And the umpire's paid that. I thought it might have been touched in front. But Pat Gillingham takes a mark, no more than 15 to 20 metres out. And a very good chance here of kicking City's first goal, and against the breeze, Lucas Holmes.
Sure is. City's first forward 50 entries for this game, coming almost 17 minutes in, and in no better hands than Pat Gillingham, as you said, David, 15 to 20 metres out.
Idea here is to kick this one low, beneath the level of the goalposts. Goes straight over the goalpost, ignores me completely, and Gillingham has kicked Newcastle City and the first goal of the game. Newcastle City 1 straight 6, Terrigal Avoca 2 points. Lucas Holmes.
Hunter Haval, looking for a feature-packed premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Haval and the range of affordable SUVs. Starting from just $24,990, drive away with 5-year warranty and 5 years roadside assistance. Hunter Haval will give you more. Book your test drive today.
Cardiff and East Maitland for Hunter Haval. We thank them for this very generous sponsorship of our wonderful league. While we're waiting for the ball to come up late, women's round July 14, women's representative round July 21. Lucas Holmes and I cannot wait to for the privilege of calling those 2 days.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to the 3-way representative round at Ferrydale Park. That's going to be great fun.
And the women's round at Tolkable Park at Lake Macquarie as well, David.
Indeed. Northern shores of Lake Macquarie, not far from the home of the great Lucas J. Holmes. Away we go. Keast's in there. Shalajinsky with him. Shalajinsky got that one right-handed out to Bishop. Backwards handball comes back. James Webster. Goes long. Picked off, however. Goes wide. Does Dwyer. Very wide. Off to Kavanagh. Picked off by Bond. Stays on his feet just getting. Now he gets off his feet. Now here's a chance. Crawford. Worming that around. Was that touched? Someone's been dragged out of that. Just waiting for... Looks like a poster to me. Yeah, post been given. Very tight quarters there for Terrigal Avoca. Newcastle City 1-1-7. Terrigal Avoca 2 points. Lucas Holmes.
Once again, City streaming forward with the possession of the ball as Webster's at the back. Shortall offers a short lead. Ignores him. Will go long to the outer side, David.
Thank you. Someone's going to touch that. Was it touched? It was not. And that'll be a free kick to City. And it looks like Liam Dwyer's going to take that kick. out about 15 metres past the 50. Pretty much true half-forward flank, really. Dwyer, away he goes. Gets it inside 50 again. Where are the big men? Keast flies from the back. Flew touch too early, actually. Batten, little left footer, puts it up. Anyone's ball. Bishop's underneath it very safely. He's got himself back there to help out. And immediately goes wide. Spots a man. What a pass from Bishop. Superb to Creswell. Little short left footer. Again, the delivery going in the forward line is not ideal. And away go City. Has a little short handball up. Dwyer. Big contest made by Van Hoosted against two men. Does exceptionally well. Back comes Webster. Shortle. Flint nutmegs himself. And out of bounds. Almost on centre wing. It's been really a quiet start. We're almost about to be at quarter time. It's 20 minutes gone by the time this ball comes in. Elapsed time, and it's been 1 goal to none. In what is not a bad day for footy at all.
And there it is, David.
That's extraordinary. So there you are. I would never have tipped a defensive struggle like that. However, Newcastle City 1-1-7 with the solitary goal kicker Patrick Gillingham and Terrigal Avoca 2 points. Just before a quick break, Lucas Holmes, your thoughts?
Yeah, very, as you said, very competitive, contested heavily ball in this first quarter, David, as well. Just in that last section of that first quarter, I think you'll find Chris Jackson resting forward and Cam Keast also doing ruck duties around the ground, David.
Indeed, and Gillingham, when I spoke to him yesterday, said exactly the same thing. We'll have a very short break here at Hilton Moore Oval. Be back with you shortly with Newcastle City having a great first quarter against the Breeze, leading by 5 points. Back with you shortly. Welcome back to Hilton Moore Oval. Lucas, can you go onto the Black Diamond website and just give us quickly, while we're waiting, there is a 1.5 minute gap there. Can you just go onto the match centre and I'll see if I can read out some scores. Can you just scroll down for me and we'll go there. So, scores up to date on live on football. Can you just scroll down for me to get the top game? So, at Adelaide Street Oval, Killarney Vale 3-4-22, Gosford 1 straight 6. Singleton have jumped Nelson Bay. Singleton 4-5-29. Nelson Bay 2 goals straight. Warners Bay 7-3-45. Lake Macquarie a point. 2 points to Lake Terrigal Avoca, 7 here to City. And that's a big thing for the 7. Maitland, 4 straight 24. Wyong Lakes 1-2-8 at Max McMahon. Wyong Lakes cannot drop that game if they want to get into the 7. So, good start for the Bay. Warners Bay, that is. Goal kickers, Luke Roach, 2, and McKenna, a couple.
1 each to Luke and Jake.
I can just say that.
Sorry,
okay, thank you. So McKenna 2, Spinks, Downing, McGuinness and the Roach brothers. Luke and Waters Bay starting off nicely there against Lake Macquarie at home at Fayen Oval. And of course here in our main broadcast game, just a 1 goal and really a quiet first quarter. 7 points to 2 is the lead. Newcastle City 1-1-7 and Terrigal Avoca 2 points.
As you were talking through that first quarter, David, very well done defensively by Newcastle City and taking most of their chances when they came available, especially in that late in that last quarter, David. The first goal not being kicked at the 17-minute mark.
Well, that's exactly right. Newcastle City with this breeze being, what's the word? Not gusty, it's variable. That's the word. It comes in and out. And when it does blow, it's actually quite strong. And a couple of times when the breeze was blowing, Lucas, there were balls being kicked over blokes' heads. And I reckon that's taken Terrigal Avoca a quarter to sort out where the delivery into the forward line. Their delivery wasn't good, but you've got to give credit to the City's well-organised and well-structured defence. Just about ready to go in quarter number 2. City's got the breeze. Let's see what they can do with it. Jackson about to start. In the ruck was Zhalodzinski. Stephen Bloom's got the ball in his hand and we're away to go. Jackson up and away he goes, right-handed. Knight reads it beautifully but misses. There's an over-the-shoulder, I think, decision to Newcastle City. Yeah, up. It's Stephen Scott. Scott's away. Long ball into the 50. Dan Terrigal got numbers free, and Bonpox picks it off uncontested. Flint out in back pocket. Short ball, but perfect, and finds Delahunty. Another one with a man bun. And Gillingham picks him off this time. Just in the line with the edge of the square there is Patrick.
Looks like Terrigal Avoca are playing one loose in the back line as well, David.
No surprise. Absolutely no surprise. Van Huysterried beats a man, gets it out, handball comes out, chance. Now Baker's on his own here on his natural side. And he's going, it's touched through, rushed through. Point to Newcastle City, 1-2-8, Terrigal Avoca, 2 points. Jake Lowe signalling behind there. Bishop's been called, you can hear that, and that is got to be perfect and was to his close comrade, James Webster. Played a NIFL game early this year to James, which is great to see.
Alongside Aidan Watling and Van Huysterried of Newcastle City as well, David.
Well done, Lucas Holmes. As the wind starts again, you can hear them in the FX microphones. Grimmon's away. What a tackle. Just gets it away to Jack, but the tackle puts him off. Great work on Grimmon, who's quick. And I mean, he is quick. Lovely ball comes out to Keast. I thought there was no contest made at the ball there. Keast, that's a throw, not paid. Delahunty, left foot scrubby kick. Out here finds Grimmon. Here's the voice from Bishop. Picked off. No, it's not Grimmon, it's Bayless. Bayless in underneath. Got to get rid of it. And Stephen Bloom says, that'll be mine, thanks. Elapsed time's 1 minute and 3/4 into the second quarter. City up by one straight kick. That ball's just blown away in this breeze. It's actually getting quite hard at the moment. Batten. Someone's been tackled out of that on the side, and it was Van Huysterried. And he's been held without the football, gets a free kick. Well spotted Bloom. Flying up from back line. You can see that developing in the back line there. And through comes Durbridge. He's actually going to get the football and get benefit for the effort of running up. Turns onto his left. Going to get picked off, is he? He was. Lovely grab from Bayless. Gets it off to Bishop. Bishop down that left flank. Short all. Got to hold their feet. And it's out of bounds. Gary's got everything sorted out, has he, Louis?
Yeah, just playing the same length for the quarter as the first, David.
Oh, funny that. Yeah, I thought that might happen.
He's gone early. He's gone one up on me, ladies and gentlemen.
That'll be the only one I get all day. I can't see the football at the moment, so I'll just duck my head out there. Looks like another throw in. Yep. Just a lull in play at the moment. Jackson and Shalazinski. Good throw in that time. Fair. Jackson gets that out. Knight flying through the middle. Eventually gets rid of it despite close attention. And ball goes out in front of Triffett and Webster. Centre wing. Again, very congested. And this is a decent-sized ground, but no one's really taking the opportunities so far as the tablet decides it's going to go home to mama and it's turned itself off. Lucas not happy. Handball comes out here from Scott. Picked off out the back. Big Gary Owen put up. No one's got a chance of marking that, I would reckon. Jackson at the back. Durbridge, left-footed. Mark taken. That's a great contested mark. No surprise. The strength of Mitchell Knight. Big, strong man built across the chest. Oh, great grab. Really top level from Bond. Top shelf grab. Delahunty down the line and low. Beautiful pass. And he's played on. Let's see what we can do with it. Has he kicked that? No. Just to the side from Fitzgerald. That was entitled to play on. And it's a point to Terrigal Avoca. Terrigal Avoca, 3 points. And Newcastle City, I think...
Sorry.
The live scoring is having all sorts of fun here. I think Newcastle City are 1-8. So we'll get those accurate scores to you in a minute. As soon as we can resurrect the scoring. Lucas is having some issues here. And we'll get back to you shortly with that. Oh, great effort at the back by Haswell. Couldn't quite take it. At ground level, gets it to Batten. Another handball comes out to the wing. All sorts of pressure. He gets his hands loose. Just gets rid of Entwisted. Comes out from O'Malley. Down the wing. And out of bounds again. With the score, we believe, to be 8 points, or 9, is it?
Yep.
And Terrigal Avoca are 3 behinds, Lucas, I believe. We'll check that with the goal umpires. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. The live scoring sometimes does this to us. Lucas is working feverishly in the background. And we'll confirm scores at half-time. 139, we reckon, to 3 points. Luck throws it up. Mitchell Knight gets the ball out. Ball comes into the forward line. McKellar, first man there, under pressure, and professionally gets it out of bounds. Over there, deep in the forward pocket. Here at Hilton Moore Oval, with amazing after a quarter and 4 minutes, it's one goal only. Quite remarkable from two very talented football sides. It says McKellar and Keast. McKellar, great lateral jump, gets up over Keast and wins that contest. Importantly, he didn't go in for body on Keast. No one can do that in the league. They'll get flicked past out the side. Everybody's putting their body in here. Oh, Bond got one over the chops, I thought. Not paid. Knight, a little handball out. Webster gets a kick out legally. It's smothered. Oh, puts that ball up into the centre. Gillingham just caught behind. Anyone's ball in here. That's almost a throw. Thank Lucas agrees with me, which doesn't often happen. McKellar out wide, Bond, and they clear the danger area again, the Panthers. That's a mark. That's a great mark to Shortle low down, despite the efforts of Triffett. Shortle's finding men running through. Intercepted by Van Twisted. Gaining in confidence, the young man. Great tackle, no opportunity. Ball up, I'd reckon. Intensity's just going up a bit, Lucas Holmes.
As you'd expect, David, between these two very high calibre, very good sides.
Indeed. Just a little bit, tiniest little bit of... Oh, it's a freeze been plucked out of that. Now, Mitchell, I don't think even in this weather... but Gillingham's leading, and he's got him beautifully. Thought he might have been close to having a punt himself, but Gillingham, who's kicked the only goal of this game, is now, Lucas, we're right in front of this, 30 to 35 out when he kicks.
Yeah.
Perfect delivery from the veteran Knight. And we'll just see how Patrick goes about this. Be a very important goal for his second and his 30th of this season. Patrick Gillingham on your key screen right now. Gets a piece of it and misses to the right. So behind. Newcastle City, 1-4-10. Terrigal Avoca, 3 points. Louis.
Now, Mitchell Mitchell Knight's been very good early as well, especially busting away from stoppages, going straight away as Bishop goes short in the pocket to Corbin Bond. Bishop wants the ball back. No. Bond goes back across the ground, David.
Thank you, Lucas. Finds Flint. Goes wide and long. Probably smart move. If that gets out of bounds, it's a very good stoppage for Terrigal Avoca, and it is on centre wing. So they've cleared it out. And Gillingham will be a bit disappointed that he's missed that one. That wasn't an overly difficult kick here at this ground. As the wind again is almost abated now, unbelievably. So good conditions for footy, mate. We don't get much better. That sun's got a bit of warmth in it, hasn't it, Lou? It's lovely. Sun right at our backs here. Little short left foot kick comes out. Effective, although not dropped actually, and picked off. Away go the Panthers down forward. Rare foray down forward this quarter. Can they get a handball wide? Someone sitting wide out there, and that was Fitzgerald. What's he done? And it's a behind. So another behind. Terrigal Avoca 4 behinds. Trailing City by 6 points. Newcastle City 1-4-10. Elapsed time this quarter is 7 minutes and a quarter minutes by the time this kick comes in from Durbridge. One of a multitude of Newcastle City players, Lucas, that is left-footed. Durbridge gets that right up. That should go to the square. Goes very close. Now, that's a push in the back, I reckon, to Fleming, and has been paid. Jody Henderson in perfect position there. I'll ask you in a minute, Lucas, if you watched last night's game and watched the 4 umpires, whether you thought it worked. Oh, you didn't? Okay, well, you're not much use to me then, are you? Ball tackle being made in here. I couldn't tell much difference in the 4 umpires. It's interesting they're trialling it, and they didn't try it. They tried it in a really important game, so we'll see how it goes.
They've been trialling it over the bye rounds as well. That's why they've chosen this time for it as well, David.
Indeed. Keast gets the tap out. Creswell gets a handball out. Bishop, little 1-2 Grimmond. He'll get this ball into the as a ping.
To the near side as well,
and
David.
Another one to the near side. So 5 behind Terrigal Avoca. That's our television. The wind picks up again.
Sorry, David. What are your thoughts on that 4 umpire system that they're trialling?
I haven't seen enough to make an informed opinion. I thought the 3's enough, but I'm not in a position to be able to say what I think about it. I did watch some of the footy last night. I actually enjoyed sitting back last night watching touch of the footy, but I couldn't tell that much difference.
It's just a good idea in principle, just trying to cut the angles down because play moves so quickly these days. That's the idea of it. Van
Hoesteed with the football on the wing. Comes out right in front of us. Picked off by O'Brien. Ball at ground level. Very tough, hard contest. No one's giving inch here as you would expect from these 2 league heavyweights. Left little scrubby kick comes out. That Jace? No, it's not. That was Shalazinski. That's a throw and paid, I think. No, paid pushing the back by Henderson. So Jack Grimmond gets benefit from first hands of the footy. Left-hand handball out to Xander White. He's usually very skillful in disposal. All picked off there, actually, by Newcastle City. And limping over near us is Liam Dwyer. Newcastle City don't need that. Ball in a dangerous area. Webster keeps it low, gets his body low. It's hard to move off it. Left-footed ball comes back. Should be picked off by Shaladinsky sitting in the hole. As Lucas Holmes quite certainly pointed out, loose man in defence, Terrigal Avoca. White picks it up magnificently. Does a little bit of footwork. Oh, and it's gone out. Gee, I thought he'd done that perfectly. That reminded me of Jackson Crawford at Newcastle at Nelson Bay a little while ago. A little step in and out. So we have 9 3/4 minutes elapsed time. Shaladinsky and Jackson throw in to the right. Favours Shaladinsky and he gets it away. 20-minute tap, actually. And away goes James Webster down the flank. Long ball from Jimmy, but it's picked off. Durbridge almost went over the mark. Kicks it forward, looking for a man in the centre. Good grab.
Van Hoesteed, David.
Hasn't he grown as a player? His body's grown, but he looks very confident. Very promising play for the Blues. And it's great to see that he's a club junior too, which is wonderful. Delahunty. Bayliss can't put him off. That's a good solid mark by Cade Triffett, a dependable backman for the Blues. Good club man. Oh, accidental contact there, and mark taken by Scott. Luckily, nothing further happened. Comes wide in front of us. Picked off by Grimmond, and he's away. Handballs to himself. Gets it low. Does very well, Jack. Gets that ball out, and who's on B? Bayliss. Chops it up. Who's going to take a mark? There isn't a marking contest at the back. Not taken by Thomas. Now he's got a chance. No. Very well done by that City back line. Over to Connor Haswell. That's the man they want to get the football in the hands to. Not perfect delivery this time, most unusually. And away go Terrigal Avoca. Low ball into the 50. picked off Scott and gives that plenty. And a good mark taken by Cam Keith. Who goes? Off goes the big man. Gillingham at the back. Oh, well done, Jason Van Dam. There's an interesting contest. Gillingham's too quick, and that's a throw. Great work, Jason Van Dam. Very experienced. That's a really interesting matchup if that stays, Lucas. McKellar handball out. Should have been Jason Van Dam, I reckon, but anyway. Marking contest low, or not quite picked off by Harrison. Ball at ground level. Who can get it out? Umpire Luck says it's mine. So it's still one goal after a quarter and a half is quite amazing, really. It's not that bad today. Yes, there's some breeze, but there shouldn't be no problems with the handling. It's a dry surface. Actually, the ground's in good nick, Louis. Really good. The recent rain's done wonders. Keith's just in front of Pete Van Dam. 9 is O'Donoghue. Gets that ball coming straight through his Bond. No lack of courage there. Left foots it. Whacks it up in the air. Who's going to be first to this one?
Houston?
Dan Houston. If it's left-footed, it's Dan. Yep, another left foot up. Houston puts it up. Contest made, goes right underneath it. Durbridge at the back. He's had a very good day at the office. Bishop sniping. Gets free. Has to get the ball, rid of the ball to Houston. Over the shoulder, I thought. Not paid. That might be over the shoulder at that time. Umpire said, no, that's holding. That's a mine, I think he said. And we will have a ball up. 12 and a half minutes gone here. Newcastle City 1-4-10. Terrigal Avoca 5 points. Pete Van Dam, great leap and gets that tap out. Little one out from Black. Gets it out. Grimman, dangerous in there. What can Jack do? Just put off at the last second beautifully. Durbridge wants to get on his left. Comes Combox side. Gets a fair bit of that. Oh, Luck's a fortune. Falls in the hands of the impressive Van Hoesteed. Comes down the Combox flank. Going to the back was Flint under their structures. You see at the back. That's a mark taken, though, by Jackson. Very skillful players. The ex-Colin Gully Glenfield Park Premiership player. Up in the air. Oh, nearly a great mark, Keast. Well done. The defence has done very well so far. And out towards O'Brien, right in front of us. And a beautiful spot kick finds Bayless. Goes laterally. Finds Delahunty. They've done well again. Terrigal Avoca playing good football here in the last 7 or 8 minutes. Need to get a goal, though, I reckon. Delahunty goes backwards. Yeah, he's got the mark. Fleming goes wide. Is that a mark underneath all of that? Yes, it was. Off him comes Houston. Under pressure immediately. Should have been scragged over the shoulder, I thought. Fleming left-hand handball out. Grimman puts a step on, gets it out under all sorts of pressure here. Oh, lovely work, Creswell, in tight traffic, but pops it up. And this very impressive defence, led by Baker and Durbridge, is really proving difficult to break down, Louis. Out to Van Hoesteed. He's got lots of kicks today. Unusual double-handed ball-dropping style, but a beautiful kick out to Jackson Crawford, who's been quiet today. Haven't been many chances for the nippy little forward. Kicks that to no one in particular at all. Picked off by Jason Van Dam. Over to McKellar. Spots a man square to Grimman, and he's told to hold because there was pressure coming from Max Quinlan. Finds a man on his own, so Fleming's got some space. Time to think about it. Goes on to his right, comes centrally, and finds Bayless. Bayless takes a mark, centre wing, and away he goes. No one on the mark. Goes wide. Van Hoesteed's under pressure from Houston, the 222s. Left-hand handball just gets it out. Good contest. Both players going the football. Held in there. Henderson says that'll be more. Oh, holding the ball. So he's paid that he's dragged that in. That's an interesting decision against Baker. Thought that might have been a ball up. Bayless chops it up in the air. And again, poor delivery. Chris Bishop will be filthy at halftime about one thing in particular, and that's their delivery in the forward line. Crawford's away. That's dangerous. Down the Combox side. Really need this ball to go out because Terrigal Avoca got the numbers. Flint needs to hit someone on the chest and does. Gets Lamb. Into the centre. Here's the familiar voice of Chris Bishop. Right-hand handball. Oh, coming through like a freight train's Crawford. Maybe Thomas the Tank Engine, but he's not that big. Out towards O'Donoghue. Crawford. Handball. Crawford back. Starting to get a couple of touches in the last couple of minutes. And a lovely delivery to Patrick Gillingham. Too far out to score. Now, he's going to find Keast, I would imagine. Goes towards the big man. 2-on-1. Trying to shut him down. Xander White courageously comes back with the flight. McKellar. Out McKellar comes. Easy to pick his hairstyle. And however, he's only found Scott. Goes centrally. And a beautiful spot to Crawford, who's got 5 touches in the last 60 seconds after I'd said he was quiet. Haswell, too far out. Here come the lead. So there's 2 men on Scott, on Keast. Gets himself into a one-on-one and picked off beautifully by Polglay. So they're not letting Keast alone. And, in fact, at times he's got 3 on, Lucas. So I reckon they might even have 2 loose in defence. And they're just trying to shut them down this quarter. And they've been effective. Short or back pocket. Goes long. As long as he can in this weather. Beautifully picked off by Webster. No, sorry, that was Pete. Pete Van Dam. He'll enjoy being called Jimmy Webster. And here's a chance for a goal. Running in. Must kick it. And does. Thomas, their goal sneak from this year, kicks Terrigal Avoca's first goal through really good enterprising play down the flank. Started by Shortle. Terrigal Avoca unbelievably in front. 1-5-11. Newcastle City 1-4-10. Lucas J. Holmes. Belmont 16-footers, I believe.
Belmont 16-footer sailing club. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16 is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. For all the latest news and promotions, visit 16s.com.au or find us on Facebook, the home of the Black Diamond AFL.
Both goals extraordinarily being kicked against the breeze in this game. And we've only got a couple minutes left in this quarter. What a first quarter it is. 11-10. Terrigal Avoca in front. 1-5-1-4. Jackson gets that tap out in front of Shalajinsky. Knight dragged out of it by Bishop. Those two are having a ding-dong battle in the centre. 2 burly characters. Very wily and experienced. Out on that centre wing. Big contest of players. Big group of players. 12 is Billins. He'll be giving someone some yap. No doubt. Knowing Corey. 16's Kavanagh. Gets it out of there. Goes long. And I reckon that's out of bounds. And the full will be Corbin Bond's kick. Corbin Bond's kick right in front of the scorers. Bond looking at his options. Doesn't have many. Goes low and sharp. And I thought Pete might have taken that. Just blew away from him. And that's not Mayo. That's Alec. And Alec Walters gives that touched. So it's a boundary throw in. Jackson and Shalazinski. Interesting throw. It's very low. And that's half time. And that's half time here at Hilton Moore Oval. Terrigal Avoca 1-5-11. Newcastle City 1-4-10. Goal kickers, Louis, and there haven't been many.
For Terrigal Avoca, Brandon Thomas, and for Newcastle City, Pat Gillingham, David.
Well, interesting, fascinating first half. Both teams very skillful at defending against the breeze. And the next quarter is going to be pivotal. Terrigal Avoca really do need to kick 3 or 4 goals. And but all in all, a very interesting game of football without there being much scoring played between the two 50-metre arcs. We'll have a short break here at half time at Hilton Moore Oval and come back with you shortly. Back after half-time, Lucas Holmes is going down the screen, and I'll give you some scores. Actually, no, Lucas, you can read the scores out, please. Can we have a full run-through of all 5 games in the Black Diamond Cup, please, mate?
We can, David, and these will be around half-time or late in the second quarter, ladies and gentlemen. So let me... underway here in 2 seconds. Okay, at Adelaide Street Oval, Killarney Vale, 7 goals 8. Leading Goss 1 goal 1.
That's actually a surprise.
At Dick Bellwell Oval, Nelson Bay, 2 goals 3, trying to claw back against Singleton, 8 goals 8. At Fayen Oval, Warners Bay, 11 goals 8, leading Lake Macquarie 1 point.
Very good.
Here at Hilton Moore Oval, Terrigal Avoca, 1 goal 5, leading Newcastle City 1 goal 4, and at Max McMahon Oval, Maitland, 5 goals straight, leading Wyong 3 goals 6.
Just want to check that score for you. The live scoring is doing some funny things. Is that actually right? Is it 30-24 at the moment?
It is.
So Wyong Lakes have come back a bit there and got that to a goal difference. So the one that's the surprise there for me is the lead that Killarney Vale's got. I would have thought. I know Adam Lyons is out for the season.
Oh,
did a bad leg injury. Did the live Bar TV race on Thursday night.
Yep.
Lyons is gone for the season, and Barty wasn't well, and Birkenshaw's out.
So Scott is still out from that hamstring.
Yeah, no, it's a quad.
Quad, sorry, yep.
Okay, so maybe not a surprise. Nelson Bay and Singleton, that's Singleton starting to flex their muscle, I would suggest to you. Warners Bay and Lake Macquarie, not really a surprise. And Maitland and Wyong Lakes, that could go down the wire. There's some real competitive footy. Unbelievably, this game here is 2 goals and nine behinds in one half of footy. So thank you for Lucas for that. So Killarney Vale in front, Singleton in front, Maitland just in front, Terrigal in front by a point, and Warners Bay unfortunately going to be putting Lake Macquarie to the sword once again for the Dockers. They're struggling all year. Hopefully they'll have a good end of season, off season, and recruit and get stronger and better out of all of it. Lucas is looking through goal kickers. Couple to Luke Roach. McKenna's got 4 or 3. 3 to McKenna. Nicholas Turner's got a goal. And Riley Warner's a goal. So, can you go into the Killarney Vale Gosford match score for us, please? And I'll see if Bryce Singleton's kicked some goals. Would you mind?
I was just having a look. David has kicked the last 3 from when I was checking before. I think he's kicked 4 now.
As Terrigal Avoca come onto the ground next to us.
Amity in his 350th kicking the first goal.
And Singleton's got 4. Amity's got 2. So that would have been a very noisy sound at Tumbiumbi. You'd have heard them in the entrance.
And I was going through. So there's a few Black Diamond Plate games going on as well, David, at Cardiff. At Westwells and Newcastle, Mick Ryan and Aaron Wivel having a day out this afternoon.
Are they?
Very strong forward line for reserve.
Ryan and Wivel. Once Wiv gets out in the open, as we saw in the Black Diamond Plate Grand Final last year, he's unstoppable. If you don't put body in him, he's so fast. Yeah. And Mick Ryan, it is they're a very strong club at the moment.
Yeah, Brant Jobe playing Black Diamond Plate with the top grade having a bye as well this afternoon, David.
That's to get some run into those legs. He hasn't played much football this year. Lucas, just in a minute, can you go over to the scoreboard for me, just to confirm that our scores are right? We had a bit of a kerfuffle with our live scoring, and that scoreboard will be confirmed by the goal umpires. So, or go to maybe ask Lauren if she's got a second just to give us the score update, please. Yes, it's surrounded by players over there, actually. It's over there with the players on the left behind the goals. Almost ready to go here. Lucas will go and do that job for us there just to make sure our scoring's right. Oh, yeah, just wait for a minute, Louis. You're right, just wait, and we'll get that at three-quarter time. It's no problems. We should be able to see the scoreboard shortly. So, just about ready to rock and roll here. Here we go. The breeze has ducked back again, so you can kick goals to the right. What's going to happen here after an intriguing battle in the first half? Jackson a tap out. Smothered there in Clyde. So many players around the ball all day. In front is Houston trying to stay on his feet. Does very well, and then drops it down. Has to go to the ground. Still at ground level with the wind just starting to come back in. Good tackle, I thought, made. Handball Baker sitting outside, but comes out straight down the spine. Xander White's worked his way in front. Bond, little short handball under pressure. Xander White again gets that ball forward. Have they got a chance here? No. Looks like Haswell under the pump there. Great tackle made. Handball from Pete Van Dam. Houston's in trouble. Just gets a legal kick out to that. And it's out of bounds, I think it is. Out of bounds. And Jody Henderson's calling for a boundary throw-in from Mayo Luck. So it's a 1-point game here. Anybody's game. This is going to get out of the wire today. And again, the breeze is just ducked back again. So it's a lovely afternoon. Van Dam trying to go backwards. Bishop gets taken out of that, I thought. Not paid. He's at the bottom of that contest. There's the big man. Just getting up now. Jody Henderson says that's mine. Again, and not for the first time today, a stoppage with 1,000 players around it. Van Dam left-handed beats Jackson that time. He's done well on the forward line today, has Pete. Jackson comes back at it. Pete Van Dam gets that ball up. You're kidding me. Point. So another behind. Terrigal 1-6-12. Newcastle City 1-4-10. And with, again, if there's a breeze, when it blows, it's behind Terrigal at the moment. At the moment, it's almost perfectly still. It's a glorious afternoon. That sun's lovely on the back. That's going to go in the full, I reckon. Right near us it has. We're just to the left of screen there with that tent. And so the kick will come here to Corbin Bond. And on the mark is Hamish Thompson. Bond goes short. Spearing ball. Tries to Van Dam coming at a rate of knots. Van Huisteed. Handball out from Batten. Out to Thompson. Goes to the magnificent 25-metre right-hand handball, but it's smothered. The kickies. Anyway, Bond out to Lamb. Got to get rid of it. Delahunty comes wide. No one in particular is there. Baker. Ball does a Shane Warne leg break. Actually, that was an off break, David. And out of bounds just in front of centre wing. Lucas Holmes, it doesn't show many signs of being a high-scoring game, does it?
It doesn't, but that often makes games more intriguing, wondering where the scoring is going to come from, David. And it would be very interesting to see where both coaches' team talks would have been at half-time, considering, as you said, the state of the game so far.
Low throw-in comes in. Lamb's leading the way. Baker there with him. Shortle gets a long ball up. It's anyone's ball. Fair contest. Houston in front, being harassed by Fogarty. Sam O'Brien. Bishop, this is dangerous. Left footer. Oh, pushed out, I thought. Not paid against Thomas. It's 2-on-1. Gone. So Henderson's paid a holding the ball free kick. Will it be Thomas or Van Dam to take the kick? It will be Thomas. Newcastle City players asking why, saying, did I have prior? Jody Henderson said, yes, you did. So Brandon Thomas, no more than 15 metres out to kick his second. And again, Terrigal Loca need to kick goals with the advantage of the fluky breeze. Thomas should put this away. And does. Second goal, Terrigal Avoca. Second goal, Brandon Thomas. Terrigal Avoca 2-6-18. Newcastle City 1-4-10. Lucas Holmes.
GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the past 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. Also a proud sponsor of the BDAFL Women's Competition.
So a free kick from an effective tackle, 2-on-1 there made by Terrigal Avoca. And that'll please Chris Bishop and the Terrigal faithful. They're 8 points in front. And I don't think there's going to be more than 7 or 8 goals kicked unless someone explodes in this second half. It's just that sort of a game, that sort of a feel, Lucas. There's always so many plays around the ball. Not really much open play. Zaladinsky gets that out. Picked off by Knight. Goes forward. Gets it inside 50. Marking contest. Gillingham out. That ball comes. 38's Quinlan. Been quiet today, Max. Gillingham's in there. So is O'Malley, I think. Bent. Lamb. Left footer. Been good today, Lamb. Been quite solid. Baker. Thomas puts a speed on. Will probably go with the soccer and does. And picked off by the reliable Connor Haswell. Now this ball will hit someone on the chest. Doesn't, unfortunately for them. And Polglaze is going to pick him off. Chance. Long ball. Just outside, behind. And that is Terrigal Avoca 2-7-19. Newcastle City 1-4-10 here at Hilton Moore Oval in the Hunter Vale Black Diamond Cup match of the round. With my partner Lucas Holmes. My name's David Redden. It's our privilege to bring football to you every week on Bar TV. Is it not, Lucas Holmes?
Sure is, David. Very much a privilege. As you said, a beautiful day here as the ball is now being retrieved.
Pete Van Dam on the mark. Short ball comes out. It has to be perfect and is. Good lead by Van Huisteed. Told to go long and wide towards the Combonk side. Beautiful mark there. I think that's Dwyer, is it? Recovered from that leg injury, Louis, that you pointed out earlier.
Yeah.
Seems to be okay. Short ball. Grimmond ground down low, but doesn't do much with it. O'Malley picked off. Left footer coming inside here. 1-on-1 contest! Not paid. Not paid. Bishop should put that away. Does. Go to the coach. Puts a bit of bias on it. And as he's done so many times in his storied career here, puts the goal away. Terrigal Avoca now starting to reassert some authority. 3-7-25. Newcastle City 1-4-10. Lucas Holmes.
ISC has been at the cutting edge in designing and manufacturing apparel for elite sporting teams for over 20 years and are proud to be the official apparel partner of the Black Diamond AFL. David was very impressed by Bishop there. Looked to, as selfless as he is, always looked to handball on the inside to his direct player, but then was on his natural left side anyway, spun around and kicked a very good goal, very much needed for Terrigal Avoca to put a bit of a gap between them and Newcastle City.
I'm not sure if you're watching the camera footage because I know that would happen right in front of us, but I was watching it and he put some beautiful bias and I watched the ball go through and it was still curving from left to right as it went in, so he did that nicely. So Terrigal Avoca up by 15 points, the first real gap in this game, and City's got to answer. Jackson a tap out. Somehow got out by Delahunty. Bishop in there. Right-hand handball comes out black. That's Max Quinlan in there. Needs to get some hands on the football, does Max. Again, so many plays around the ball today. It's been a feature of the game. Ball comes out. Bond, right-hand punch. Van Huistede. What's paid there? Nothing. Bond gets onto his left quite easily, actually, and goes along down that flank. Beautifully finds. I don't think that was Bond. I'm not sure who that was, but anyway, my bad. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. And Van Dam, Pete, gets that ball over the boundary line. Lucas, the live scoring, ran home to mummer again, did it?
Yeah.
Same in cricket, I can tell you. It does that occasionally. So, Jackson and Pete Van Dam, by the look of that, favours Van Dam. Gets it inside. That seems to be a clear tactic to go over their shoulder in their attacking line. Scott, lovely little left foot step, goes down the flank, but he's picked off again by their vastly experienced Bond. Goes backwards. Little short right foot kick is not perfect, and he's intercept marked by Cam Keast. Away goes City. Can they do something? Mitchell Knight set upon immediately. McKellar gets it out with a scrubby little left foot kick, but it's effective. Ball comes out. Bayless, can he put that tackle on? He can't on Triffett, but he does enough. Jack Grimmond, this is dangerous. If he can get his feet, he can't. He can't quite pick it up, Jack. And City start to come away. Baker, left-footed, looks inside. Ball falls short of Keast. That's not what he was after. McKellar, his opposite, number 23. Van Huistede can't pick it up. Right-hand handball comes down the line. Jack Grimmond, can he find someone? He has. Little short kick to Pete Van Dam. That is it keeps going. So ball gets squared. Anyone's ball. It's chaos ball here. Corey Billins, has he got a chance? Off the ground and superbly in the right position. Connor Haswell sitting in the right spot there. Ushers it through from behind. Important work, Haswell. 16 points of difference in favour of Terrigal Avoca. Lucas.
Very clever there, Haswell, as he goes short into the pocket.
And finds Durbridge, who's been very good today. Down the line. Should be marked off. Yeah, it's easy to Houston. Actually, very poor kick. Houston can get this in the square. Shortall's asking. He's got a one-on-one, but he doesn't. He goes square. Finds Flint, who goes wide and short. Has he taken that? I think he has. Good tumbling mark there. Billins. So Corey Billins, and who's not a bad kick. And the breeze, Louis, it's almost not there. So Billins, good spot for a left footer. Use his natural curve on this. And probably in need of going to a barber shortly, Corey, but on his way to perhaps kicking another goal for Terrigal Avoca. Will be take his best. Slow run up. Gets a bit of it. Sort of dies away at the death. And it's a behind. So only thing on their block on their cop book so far is they're shooting. Terrigal Avoca 3-9-27. Newcastle City still really struggling to get the ball past the centre. 1-4-10. 10 minutes, 20 elapsed time. Triffett kicks that ball out wide. Now, someone's plucked out of that. Is that a push to Haswell?
Yes.
It is. Thank you. I heard the whistle and Lucas saw the push. Haswell, a dart. Magnificent pass to O'Malley. Can he keep it in? Chased by Flint. Should be too quick for Jared. And is. Here's a chance for City. Crawford goes short. Can't quite find Fogarty. And the ball comes out wide here dangerously. McKellar's got to control it. Does. Short ball. Beautiful to Houston. Should go quickly again down the wing. He's kicked it to space. Haswell's leading the way. That's not what Terrigal Avoca would want. Billins under all sorts of pressure. Bishop's leading the way. He's got 1 on 3. We'll look for an opponent. Oh, well done, Bishop. Great spatial awareness. Out comes Webster. He couldn't kick that from there. He's not going to try. And that's a good result. That ball go out of bounds, and it's a throw-in. Bishop's awareness in space. We had a terrific view of that from where we were, and just in and out, just knew where he wanted to do. He's still got it, the old fella.
He sure does, David. Very accomplished player and going through the coaching ranks, not only at Terrigal Avoca, but around this game
Bishop
as well.
Again! Has kicked another one. Same spot, and puts a little left bias on it from the throw-in. And they're in there, Corey Billins. There's a surprise, giving some stick. Christopher Bishop, another goal. Terrigal Avoca, 4-9-33. Newcastle, we said they needed to kick goals. They have. Newcastle City, 1-4-10. Lucas Holmes.
Prime 7. In 2018, Prime 7 has every big game, live and free. Coverage includes full games every round on 7, mate, including Friday and Saturday night and Sunday afternoons. Black Diamond AFL and Prime 7, your local AFL team.
I watched you with your 83,000 supporter fans at the MCG on Monday afternoon. It was a lovely way to finish a long weekend. Really good football at the world's best football ground. There you go. There's a big call. I know there's some other grounds of the world. That's the world's best football.
And
arena.
Speaking of big games, David, Richmond and Geelong tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, get onto that on Prime and on mate, please. If you want to watch some high quality footy, get there and watch some great footy. The best game in the world, Australian football. Oh, that's a free kick, pushing the back because he went low. Oh, no, he's gone in for feet.
Yeah, below the...
Thank you. I've lost your microphone there, actually. So he's got him but below the legs. Fitzgerald gets the free kick. I can hear you now, Louis. That sounds better.
Happens when you accidentally switch it off, David.
Righto. He's having a good day, old Lucas Holmes, ladies and gentlemen. Going straight through. Terrigal Avoca looking very confident for mine at the moment. Grimmond pops it up in the air. Billins leads the way, and that'll go out of bounds. I can't. Newcastle City are almost at that stage now where they need to put 1 or 2 men back and then shut this quarter down and try and keep it to within this sort of scoreline. If it goes any further, they're going to have all sorts of troubles. But they've got to kick goals. They've kicked 1 in 2.5 quarters, Louis.
They have, David. And Bishop's popped up in these last 3 or 4 minutes and had an unbelievable spell, which has helped.
Just a bit. Left footer comes in. Who's underneath this one? Baker. Big contest. Thomas is in there. Who can get their feet? Shortall's on the ground. Flint's in there. Almost a throw and paid by Henderson. Right in the right spot, umpire Henderson there, and saw the one-handed disposal. So that should be a free kick going straight back here, and is. Van Huisted with that unusual kicking style that's effective. Triffett takes the mark, had to, pops it up, finds a man in black. Has got a paddock here at the moment. Decides to go long, straight down the wing. Lovely kick, actually. And a good body work. Here they go. This is their chance, City. Can they get the ball at ground level? They have. Here's the goal they wanted, and he's missed it. You are kidding me. Beckett running into an open goal has shanked it badly. Newcastle City 1-5-11. Terrigal Avoca 4-9-33. Lucas Holmes has got his hand up.
Just in this forward line, David, it looks like Brandon Thomas is favouring his... I'm not sure if he's favouring a hand. I'm not sure which one it is, though. He's just over in his haunches over there.
As the breeze picks up once more, our television's going to go flying shortly again, Louis. We've already had that happen once today. Webster kicks to himself and goes as far as he can, and he's picked off by Connor Haswell. Looks in short. Blacks. Now, can that be picked off by Grimmond? No, he just didn't turn around in time. Shepherd coming on, must do that. So this is Black. Over the head, and not a good disposal. And Fitzgerald picks him off at half-back flank. Almost in half-back, actually. Comes down towards us. Houston in a marking contest. Very well done there by Durbridge. Gets the ball to ground level. Houston, Bayless, and gone. Good decision, Bloom. That was a tackle where he spun him around, and a good decision. So it's got to go straight back. I think it's to Durbridge, is it? Yep, Durbridge has got that with that long-rangey levers. Left foot. Lovely kick. Trying to do his best there was... Oh, now free kick for holding the man.
Yeah, push It was paid to Durbridge, David, I think.
No, that's not Durbridge. Durbridge has got the beard on today. That's not Durbridge.
Sorry.
That's Beckett. That's Angus Beckett. Not confident of kicking from there. Goes to the left foot off one step, and McKellar picks that off. That's really actually a poor disposal. Needed to think that through a bit more. Mark grabbed down there. Is it? Yeah, Mark and or free kick being the man in front. Fleming, he's such a big in for Fleming. Gives Bishop such weaponry. And picked off with a poor kick, actually. This is Beckett again on that left. A lot of left footers today here, Louis. A lot. Oh, good mark. Guess who? James Webster. Bishop running off him. That's dangerous. Goes straight down the spine. And what a delivery to Thomas. Lucas Holmes said he was struggling to go there. There's loose men in here. He's got to think this through. We can see the loose men in front of us, actually. Thomas is taking as much time as he can. Goes short, not to a contest. Houston's in front of us. Haswell coming through and does the business. That's actually not a bad result for Terrigal, given how many men were back and loose, Louis.
And you could see Terrigal Avoca streaming through on that far side of that shot, David, but obviously not going to go over the top with the number of bodies that Newcastle City had there.
They've got to be ready for a short throw in here. Got to be aware of it. It comes in like a dart. You be careful. Bishop frees third in a corner. Oh, it gets it away, actually. Has to get away right-hand handball. Is that a push in the back, umpire? No. Dangerous place for a ball up for City. Bishop was looking 3 goals in the quarter there, and he knows it. Polglaze and Keast. Keast should be too big and strong. Ball comes almost straight down the ground and is out of bounds in front of the Terrigal of Oath for Faithful in that far corner. Mayo Luck has got the ball here. Boundary umpire Luck, and he will be throwing this ball in deep in the pockets, about 7 metres around from the boundary post, right-hand side for Terrigal Avoca. Ball comes back as you would expect. They should be reading that now. Shortle! No, smothered beautifully. Coming through, good tackle. Bayless! What's he done? Missed, I think. Yep, behind given. Terrigal Avoca 4-10, Newcastle City 1-5. It's 23 points of difference to Terrigal Avoca. Durbridge has had 2 offers and says no to both. Where's he going? Left side, is he? Yep. Gets it up in the air. Goes long. Lovely kick, actually. No mark taken. Creswell there. Jackson there. Haswell there. Handball's off. O'Malley gets it wide. Now here's a chance for Gillingham. He's got some space. Creative player usually. Goes long and direct with a lovely kick. Can he find someone? Does in Kavanagh. Patrick's going to have to rush up forward and create a target here. You should see Gillingham. There he goes. So he's actually going to take a ping here. Kavanagh, and the breeze, unfortunately for Newcastle City, is just picking up a bit. But if ever they needed to kick a goal, this is the one. 18 and a half minutes gone. Third quarter, elapsed time, of course. That's not the actual time. Right-footed, gets a bit of it, and pulls it left. Newcastle City 1-6-12. So from 21 shots at goal, we've got 5 goals. Quite amazing. Terrigal Avoca 4-10. Newcastle City 1-6. Lucas J. Holmes.
Once again, Dave, one of the few times they've had the ball inside forward 50 have Newcastle City this quarter. Again, unable to take the chance, but with Pat Gillingham taking that ball on centre wing, it was hard to find a target as James Webster's got the ball in the kick out. Goes short and down the centre. Straight to Corbin Bond, David.
Thank you. Well done, John. Well done, Louis. Webster steps. He's so graceful. He just does things and it looks like time stopped. Look at that delivery to Houston. Perfect. Wide. McKellar's running on here. Should be a lot of spare men here. Thomas is at the back and has got the sit. Pushing the back, actually. That was a direct hand to the back. And umpire, unfortunately, didn't see it. Good tackle on McKellar. Billings, can he at the football? No, coming through is hard. Now, one-on-one. Should be an easy punch for Van Houston. Thomas is much shorter than him. Fleming, great contest, Keast. Sorry, yes, it was Cam Keast. Actually, got that right first time. Long ball here. Crawford, been quiet today. Not on his own there. Ball coming in, got to be taken. And it's picked off by O'Donoghue. Wide, left-footed, and picked off in defence by Flint. For Terrigal Avoca, goes short and wide. That will be accurate. Oh, Jalaginski's had a look at that, and he's going to be made to pay here. 2-on-1 tackle, and they get it away from him, pushing the back. Newcastle City still got the football. Coming through hard as O'Malley, as you'd expect. Oh, that's over the shoulder and paid. Yep. You could see he went low, put his head over the football, and he got hit. Luckily, he's not hurt. And away goes O'Malley. Pops it up in the air. Could have been taken by Fitzgerald. Xander White sitting at the back. Gets the ball away. Lots of hard work in there. Crawford gets a handball out under duress. Scott. That's O'Malley. Good tackle. Gets it away, actually. Fitzgerald. In trouble. City really trying hard here. So Terrigal Avoca. Grimmin a little handball out that's legit. Good tackle, man. There's no Pryor there, and Bloom will have that one. Good passage of football. Desperate, tough play. But again, like a lot of play today, so many men around the ball. It's been so hard to create run and carry, which is so deadly in our league. It's just too many players around the ball. McKellar gets it out, clears the area. Big contest coming here. Keith's coming through like an absolute steam train. Ben Hunter won't like me saying that, Lucas. Oh, there's a long ball. The wind's got that one. So Shortall and Baker. Shortall stays on his feet. Bayless is there. Black's done superbly well. They can get this football. They haven't yet. If they can get a stoppage here, Newcastle City have done unbelievably. Still being contested. They've done so well, Newcastle City, and they've actually got the football. Creswell coming in. Grimmin gets the ball as long as he can. Webb starts sniping, and the ball goes out of bounds. Time check, please, Lucas.
Just under 22 minutes elapsed time in this third quarter, David.
With the scores, Terrigal Avoca 4-10-34, Newcastle City 1-6-12. We will give you a score check when we come back from three-quarter time on the other important games in our league today. Van Dam, again, everyone should be aware that Terrigal Avoca are attacking to try and tap it straight over their head, the ruckman. Grimmond, little short kick-off with no balance and gets it away. Here comes Thomas, or is it Fleming? That's Fleming. Great evasive work. Grimmond's going to try and get on his right and get himself into trouble. Picks it up and roves. Gets it forward. Contest here. Big contest. City are holding on for dear life in these last couple of minutes, and Terrigal won another goal. Creswell, left-hand handball. Too far! Wow, is that too far? That's an interesting call. Away we go. Now Gillingham's got the run of this. Oh, beautifully picked. Jason Van Dam, vastly experienced. Goes on his non-dominant. Should be marked, and is. City, can they get a goal here right at the death? Shanks that kick. Quinlan tackled and beautifully tackled. That should be paid. And Lamb holds his balance and makes an important tackle on Quinlan. 23 minutes gone elapsed time. Won't be a long quarter, actually. Lamb, long. No mark taken. Well roved. Bond in and under. Mitchell Knight in and under. Oh, that's almost a tunnelling on Batten, and he gives the umpire spray about it. Batten got hit below the legs because Grimmin had gone to ground and not paid. Ruckman have got to be aware of this. This will be a dart of a throw, and it won't go very high in the air. Got to be ready for him. There it is. Pushing the back really too, Pete Van Dam. Not paid. Bond. Webster coming and doesn't mark. Should have taken that at the third grab. Be disappointed. Haswell, left-footed. What's he done? Kicks it to space. Jackson. White. Crawford will be too quick for White. He's got to corral him. Just makes him go around in his right. Marking contest. Can't quite get it. Gillingham's at ground level, but he's beaten by Flint. Mitchell Knight trying to get his side going. Knight, ground level. Henderson's right there. Watch. Good tackle. Double tackle by Creswell and McKellar. It's a good result right next to the centre circle with Terrigal Avoca 22 points up, almost 24 and a quarter minutes gone. Elapsed time in quarter number 3. Pete Van Dam beats Keith into that ruck contest. Van Dam's had a good day on the ball, actually, when he's been on it. Got a lot of tap-outs. Comes out. Shepherd needs to come on for Van Huisteed. Just does that. Picks it up again. Hits his man in Knight. Left-footed. Puts it up. Gives him a chance. Van Dam, good defence. So that's Pete Van Dam. There's 2 back there in defence at the moment. And the ball goes out of bounds. Louis.
A few more passage of play. Still a fair few stoppages, though, David. But the ball movement from both sides has been better in this latter half of this third quarter.
City have shut them down, though. They've stopped the goals. There hasn't been a goal kick for a while. They need to stop any more goals, City, for this quarter. And they've got a result. So they are not out of this. Terrigal Avoca 4-10-34 with doubles to Brandon Thomas and Chris Bishop. Newcastle City's sole goal in their 1-6, Patrick Gillingham. We'll have a short break here and come back at the start of the fourth quarter with some scores from other Black Diamond Cup games. Okay, just before we go to the start of the fourth quarter here, quick breaks today. Warners Bay 19-13, Lake Macquarie a point. Singleton seemingly comfortable there at Nelson Bay. That's important for them. 9-9, 63-3-4-22. Lucas, can you go onto the match centre? That's the same score as as half time. No, just the match centre down here for Killarney Vale and Gosford. I'm surprised that score's the same. I don't think it'll be a scoreless quarter in this weather. 3/4 time score, 56. No, they're probably a bit behind us. 56-7 to Killarney Vale. And can you go back then for me and give me a Maitland-Wyong Lake score, please, Lucas? Just scroll down a bit further. And, well, that's tight. Maitland 7-2, 44 to 5-9, 39 Wine Lakes. So Wine Lakes are within a kick of them. We're just about ready to go here. And City have got all the work to do. The breeze at the moment is almost non-existent, meaning that scoring to the right of scoring will be distinctly possible. I'm finding it hard to see Newcastle City winning, to be honest. And the ball goes up, and we're away. Jackson and Shalazinski. Jackson, magnificent tap. Can't be picked up by Scott. Go down when someone went down very low on Grimond, and he's plucked a free kick out for holding the ball. Grimond was entitled to a free kick for beneath the knees, I thought. And McKellar, is it? No, it's not McKellar. Polglaze goes to the right foot. Oh, lovely mark. Guess who that is? Representative footballer Connor Haswell. Wide from Haswell. They've got to start waking up City's forwards. Drop mark. Can he make him pay the mistake? Out it comes to Scott. Goes through traffic and gets rid of it eventually. Right-hand handball comes out. Shalazinski, they don't want him to kick it. They want him to handball, I'd reckon. Webb's, look at the Rolls-Royce go through traffic. Can he hit someone? It's dangerous out there. It's 1-on-2. Not sure if his choice of kick was right. Dwyer going forward. It's at ground level. Gillingham on his own. He's found someone. He's found Keast. Very creative work, Patrick Gillingham. Now, if ever there's a goal that Newcastle City need to kick, Lucas Holmes, it's right now.
Sure is, David. Very well done there by Pat Gillingham with the defender trying to corral, but spots up Cam Keast right in the middle, probably about no more than 30 metres out from goal, David.
It was interesting. There was a play that ran within 5 metres of Keast there a minute ago, and Keast was appealing to the umpire for it. So, Keast has to kick the goal. And we're watching. And he has it. It's gone out of bounds on the full. Gee, that sums up Newcastle City's day so far. Really, 35 metres out, you'd ask him to do better than that. Lamb with the football. Van Huistede on the mark. Lamb, right in front of us this is. Out he goes. Past 50, big marking pack. Grimmin at ground level, as you'd expect. Free kick plucked out of there. Is it to Jack? It is, over the shoulder. So the league rover will take this free kick. And away he goes. No one on the mark. Keast valiantly tries to get to him at the end. Oh, lovely mark. Is that Jackson? Yep. Lovely grab, Jackson, in front of Shalazinski. They need their best players to really step it up, Newcastle City. They have got the breeze, and it's running again, the breeze. Mitchell Black takes that mark. Immediately goes. Gets it inside, right to the edge of 50. Finds Gillingham. Patrick's looking lively at the moment. Goes short. Can he find someone on the chest? He actually got there, Van Huistede, over the shoulder. Yep. Could see that coming. So Reed Van Huistede's got an important kick here. Just needs to talk it through. They've got time. It's only 23 points the difference at the moment. This is not an overly difficult kick. The breeze is maybe one goal at best, right to left. You can see a little bit of breeze and the trees behind us, at the back of Justin's shot there. Van Huistede taking his time. Gets a bit of that. That's not bad. And just to the right. Another point. Newcastle City 1-6-12. Terrigal Avoca 4-10-34. Lucas, in a minute, I'll get you to have a look and see if Terrigal Avoca got anyone palpably playing loose in defence. Webster off Bishop after he played on himself. He can't go to Grimmin, although he's going to kick that to space. Dwyer. Oh, nutmegs him. Pete Van Dam straight between the legs. Can he make a tackle? He can't. Away goes Quinlan. Interesting right-hand handball that finds Knight in space. Haswell. Oh, lovely step onto his left. Can he hit someone this time? Lots of loose men. Rovers needed. Where are they? Lots of Terrigal Avoca players around the pack at ground level. So, yeah, Lucas, when we get a minute, I'll get you just to have a bit of a scout for us, please, so we can tell the viewers what Terrigal Avoca have done with their defensive structures. I think you'll find they will have at least one back.
Even from just that short passage then when the ball was in the back half, it looked like there was a 2-on-1 when that ball was bombed back in. So that would say to me there would be one loose behind the ball for Terrigal Avoca, David.
Oh, beautiful smother off Jackson Crawford, who had a ping at goals. Handball comes out. Polglaze, can he get rid of the football? Steps inside. Harassed by Gillingham. Smothered by Gillingham. Gets back. Bishop doesn't muck around. Straight on the left. Smokes it. Torp that goes 65 in the fly. Well done, Pete Van Dam. Needs to get rid of it. Does. 1-on-1 up there. What can he do? Can he step his man? He's going to have a ping. Oh, gee, that's just missed from Thomas. Behind Terrigal Avoca. You never know. That'll help. 4-11-1-6. It's 23 points of difference. Terrigal Avoca want to get this score to 25. That means 5 scores from Newcastle City. And they're right on the cusp. Triffett. Short. And finds Haswell. Cresswell on the mark, actively manning that mark. Haswell's got no one short. Goes with a 3-quarter kick. Oh, lovely mark, Black. Nice pair of hands, this fella. Goes long down the wing. And finds Knight right out at centre wing. Newcastle faithful on the City on the faithful, hoping for a 50-metre penalty, not given. Knight goes straight down the line. Gillingham, either a free kick or mark, one of the two. Got the benefit of being in front. Used his body well, did Patrick. Low ball, cased. No, Van Huysteed, I beg your pardon. 22, not 23. So Lamb's got Van Huysteed. Now, we've got a beautiful angle there. This is actually quite a sharp angle kick, Louis. And he's got to kick this just to the left goalpost, just to allow the breeze to take control. Keaston McKellar are right underneath the flight path of this ball. Bishop sitting at quarterback. Let's have a look at how Reed goes through this. That's a chance. Oh, marked by McKellar. Actually outmarks Keast. Unbelievable. Play on call. That might be a behind. Ooh. That's interesting. Interesting ruling there. I'll come back to Lucas Holmes on that one. Durbridge in front. Not paid. Houston gets on. That's a throw. And paid. Well done, umpire Luck. Incorrect disposal with one hand, and he didn't get a kick to it. Durbridge almost too far to score. Short ball. Bishop in front. Jackson's coming. Good tackle, Xander White. Bishop straight through. Goes wide, finds his man as he often does to Bayless. We get a break. I want to come back to that decision back there. I think that's a behind. And ball out of bounds. Settling. Lucas, I saw Will McKellar behind the line, and the umpire clearly called play on it, and he played on. I thought that's at least a throw in and maybe a point.
Well,
Can you help me there,
Well,
please?
I was quite interested too, David, because it looked like it was a clean mark from when the ball came in, and he went to play on, but I don't know what he was called back for.
Interesting one. There's one for watch your decision. I might even give Christine a call during the week and have a chat about that. That's our job. Matthew Shortall gets that ball out of bounds. We're 7.5 minutes in. Terrigal Avoca have been okay. They've withstood the first challenge of Newcastle City. They haven't finished yet. Van Huysteed's had a couple of pings. Keast had one he should have put away. So this game's not by any means over. Best throw of the day from the boundary umpire. Good fair throw in. Billins at ground level. Gets his own teammate's foot. So that's play on. Polglaze in there. Again, a big pack of plays. It's like a mall. And umpire Henderson says, I'll have that, thank you. Umpiring's been okay today. Hasn't been too bad.
And just let them play, David. That's what you want as a player, and consistency also.
I think so. They've got a lot of one-hand handballs and disposals, which in this sort of pack sort of a game is going to happen, and they've been right. And interesting, their positioning's been good as well. They're always in that side-on position. Polglaze and Jackson. Polglaze runs into Jackson and uses his body to get him out the way. Flint gets tackled straight away by Mitchell Knight, and there's no opportunity. We have another ball up. Jackson and Polglaze again. Polglaze does the same tactic and effective. Left-handed. This will be another ball up, I reckon. Yep. So Jackson, let's see if Jackson can think this through and try not to get body contact with Polglaze. That's what he needs. Avoids the contact, but Polglaze gets in front. Grimman right foot over the shoulder. Ground level. Handball comes out. Anyone's ball really, again below the knees. But Thompson wasn't affected, and he gets the free kick. Wow. Free kick against Polglaze. And get on the full sun. Just does. Thompson. Long. Down the wing. Punch out from there. And we have a ball up at right on centre wing. With the score 23 points of difference. Lucas, can you take over for a minute, please?
I can. Ball goes long down the line from the stoppage. Marked in front of that note. Husty plays on immediately. Goes to his non-dominant left. Gets smothered out of the ball. O'Malley goes over the back. O'Malley! Into the pocket, however. And the ball may beat both players. No, play on. Jason Van Dam there applying the tackle. And Stephen Bloom says, it's mine. Ball deep in the pocket for Newcastle City. With 10 minutes elapsed in this final quarter. Bloom, so I'm nominating the ruckman. Here we go. McKellar and Jackson. Jackson gets the ball in, taps the ball in first. And another stoppage here. No, the ball comes out. Play on at the back. Crawford. What can he do? Crawford on his right! Pulls it to the near side. Another point in there for Newcastle City. Now 1 goal 7. Trailing Terrigal Avoca 4 goals 11-35. 10.5 minutes gone in this final quarter. As the ball is getting now retrieved from behind the goals here. Being now brought in by Xander White. Where does White go? White goes short down to the centre. Looking for and finding there. Is it Delahunty? It is. Hands immediately off the Shortle. Shortle goes long to the outer side. In that contest there, play on, ball smothered out. Looking for, he was Bayless. Ball intercepted, goes long down the line. Looking for Van Hoosted, but however, it goes out on the full, David.
Thank you, Lucas. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I just had an emergency call there to take. So, James Webster has the kick, does he? No, it's being paid over here to Lamb. Good job, Lucas. That must have been close to a goal. I was watching at the time. Must have gone very close. Lamb, Terrigal, Avoca holding on well here, grimly. Just need 1 goal on their home. Bond, open pasture. Can he hit someone? Thomas has got a mile in front and finds him in front of Harrison there. This will test him. Breeze, we have very little at the moment. It's dying away. So he's a real show here. This will be his third, and this will finish it. I can't believe the defensive performance by Terrigal Avoca today. 1 goal against this side. You're kidding me. Thomas taking his time. Long. That's a helicopter. Oh, that's not touched. That can't be a goal, can it? It is. It's a helicopter, and he's kicked it. And I don't think City can come back from here. Terrigal Avoca 5-11-41. Newcastle City extraordinarily 1-7-13. Lucas Holmes.
Star 104.5 FM. Star 104.5 plays the music we all love and has proudly supported the Black Diamond AFL since 2005.
Good local station. So, ball coming back to the centre. The Brains trust in there. Houston's on the ball with G. Fleming coming back. Gives him another. There's some real weaponry. I was speaking to Dan White's mum, Lachlan White's mum a minute ago, and he's gone for the season. Broken tibia. Bad one. So, gone for the season, which is tragic news for him and the club. Mum had the wonder dog Diesel there, the 15-year-old dog. Legend is Diesel. He must be a good dog. He likes me, Lucas. Not many do. Another throw in for him, another throw up. This would be the 50th ball up today. Gee, there have been some ball ups. Great work, Keese, with the left hand. Coming out, intercepted by Delahunty. Gets that ball going forward. In front, good mark on the chest. Pete Van Dam. Too far out to score. Goes quickly because he knew that. And it's picked off. Oh, Bishop in there. Thought that mark could have been taken. O'Dwyer. And away they go. Connor Haswell have too much speed for the Terrigal Avoca forwards. Oh, up! Great mark, White. Flew high, second grab. That'll make the Bar TV highlights during the week. Xander White, a cracker. Helicopter reverse mongrel kick, really, and probably might get a good result if that goes out. Another good result. So, ball out of bounds just near the transection of the 50-metre arc and the boundary line. Mayo Luck's got the football. 14 minutes gone now. 28 points of difference, Terrigal Avoca. Doing this quite comfortably, Lucas Holmes. Lucas nods his head. Ooh, ball coming out there. Keast, well tackled Van Dam. Be careful not to slim. Ball comes out again. Now here's a chance. Mitchell Knight, immediately set upon by Shorter. Comes back again, Knight, as he always does. Doesn't lack courage. Dwyer, who's got a lot of touches today. Oh, almost a superb mark to Lamb. Beautifully picked up by Flint. Goes down the line. Finds open pasture. Ball bounces on its end, as it's prone to do. Pete Van Dam gets that football out. Little short kick. They want it to go out, Terrigal, and they get it. So the Panthers, 28 points up, 14 3/4 minutes elapsed time. And interestingly, Newcastle City just don't seem to have an answer to them. They just don't. Their defensive structures, Terrigal Avoca, are outstanding. Ball comes out. Delahunty gets it high. Ball comes out. Grimmond. Can he get that away? Shortle will finish the game off. Goal, Matthew Shortle. Roving unattended. Terrigal Avoca, 6 goals, 11-47. Newcastle City 1-7-13 in a remarkable scoreline. Lucas?
Bar TV Sports. Bar TV Sports specialise in the live streaming and broadcasting of local sport, including the Black Diamond AFL. Bar TV Sports, making your game the main game.
If you'd have seen the amount of work that Finn and Justin did before we went on air today, this morning, about 10 minutes before, and we had a gust of wind and things broke, and they dealt with it calmly and with composure and got us on air. Great job, guys. Good to be working with you. And the guys back in the studio, hello and good afternoon. Brendan, Josh, all the people. Gareth, how you going there, mate? Hope you're having a good call today. Bar TV, fantastic service they provide in our part of the world. Keast and Pete Van Dam's gone into the centre for this one. And then even money with that ball. Keast comes back and roves his own kit and tap out. McKellar sweeping up as he so often does. Interesting kick, but gets a result to Bayless. Bond just drops what he otherwise might have taken. Goes to ground, trips him up. Yep, free kick. Thank you, Lucas. Louis knew exactly what was happening there, didn't you, big boy? Thompson. Gee, he's a slightly frame young bloke. I bet you he'll fill out in coming years. Jason Van Dam. Yeah, definitely got extra blokes back, haven't they? Definitely. They've just got such good structures. Shortall, handball out. Fitzgerald. Short ball, should find his man and does. One grab mark from Bayless as the wind starts to pick up once more. Bayless. Long. Oh, Webster's on his own here. He's got 3 to beat. If he kicks this, he does, and he's gone very unselfishly and found space and found O'Brien. Now he's got time, which is dangerous. Comes back to the centre and finds Corey Billings. Lovely vision, James Webster. Interestingly, didn't want to use his left. He saw a teammate and used him. So very good creation of space. Billings is well inside 50. And this game is, to my great surprise, done and dusted. Regardless of this kick. Terrigal Avoca will be very, very pleased with their performance. And it sets them up for a great run home. They've got Cardiff in the second last round of the season at Royal Hillsborough. That'll be a huge game. Billings low and misses to the left. 6-12-48. The only thing about today is that Terrigal Avoca's kicking. Other than that, they've been outstanding. Newcastle City, who actually kicked the first goal of the match. 1 goal, 7-13. LJ, your thoughts?
You said you were talking about Terrigal Avoca's backline structures, David, and you wouldn't be surprised. All the back six have played together for a very long time. James Hart's been the only out from last season, David, but it's a very accomplished back six. Not very flashy, but they always get the job done.
And it's the structure. You can see them coming back in numbers. They just make it so hard to score. And that Terrigal Avoca finished the season, Cardiff and City, both in Newcastle. And you couldn't, knowing Chris Bishop and his charges, they'll want that because it gives them the best possible chance to test themselves going into the finals. Mitchell Knight, beautiful pass to, and away they go. Crawford coming straight at the commentary, straight at the camera. got to step inside here. He doesn't. Goes the left-hand handball. Bayless, that was Kavanagh. Bayless keeps his head over it. Goes backwards. Finds McKellar. Good bump, actually. Good use of the body by Bayless. Head over the football. Batten's in there. Tackled by Grimond. They're tenacious, aren't they? They just make it... They shut you down. They constrict you. They make it so hard to score and get open play. Jackson just gets that one out in front of Pete. Grimond, low ground. That's an interesting one. That's an over the shoulder, but could have been below the legs again. And right in line with the camera on true centre wing. Umpire says, I'll have that. 19 and a quarter minutes gone. And the game's going to finish in a reasonably quiet way. Van Dam. Tap out. Oh, Grimond's flying through. Got to think of a subway yet. Ball comes out. It stands on its end. This is one bloke that's had a very good day. Durbridge, he's been outstanding. Dwyer, straight down the line. Bishop's in here. Almost, has he paid that? Holding the man decision to Christopher Jackson, I think. It is, against Pete Van Dam. Umpire once again in perfect position. Jackson goes centrally. Gets Keast with 5 yards on McKellar. Goes short. Finds Crawford. Crawford will go back and have a ping here. Runs around, plays on, doesn't take any time. Pull that to the side, I think, and has. Another behind. A remarkable scoreline, really. 1-8-14 Newcastle City. Terrigal Avoca, 6 goals, 12-48. They've been convincing, haven't they, Lucas, particularly from about halfway through the first quarter.
Sure have, David. Bishop goes that sort of three-quarter wedge into the middle, looking for Billins.
Thank you. Corey's got the football off the previously described three-quarter wedge. And he gets a piece of that one. Oh, one-hander. Superb grab, Dwyer. He's actually been one of their best today. He's got a lot of the football, but that's a cracking grab. Picked off there by Delahunty. Jason Van Dam mopping up. Look at this organisation. Look at them. Get it wide, and guess who they get it to? The Rolls-Royce. He'll step around. Polglaze hurriedly gets it away. Stands down, does Grimond, roves. Houston's got a chance because there's an injury to Durbridge. Can he keep that ball in play? He can. Goes long. Creswell. Kavanagh. Kavanagh gets rid of it. Scrubby little kick. Effective, though. Knight steps around. Oh, it doesn't step around Grimond. Bishop's sitting there waiting. Gets a kick. And Billins has time. Gets a left footer away. Gets it inside 50. Batten on a Van Dam. Batten's leading the way there. His little short kick. And finds Kavanagh. No one really to kick to at the moment as the game dies down in the dying embers. Long ball coming. Keast flies. Can't quite grab it. Handball comes out. Jason Van Dam immediately intercepts. Corbin Bond. Van Huisted, who's been solid today, I think, the young fella. And James Webster takes a mark right next to the boundary line. He will take his 10 or 15 seconds. He goes backwards. And that's not a mark. Flint needs some help. Crawford's got him and doesn't get the tackle. Polglaze mucking around a bit here, Terrigal Avoca. They don't want to give away a goal late after their performance. That's gone underneath the knees. Gee, I thought that's a free kick. He was contacted below the knees, I thought. But anyway, I'm here and they're the guys in green, so that'll do me. We've got to be ready for this low flat throw in. It's Polglaze, and I can't see the Newcastle City ruckman yet. There we go. It's over to the right. That's why I couldn't see it. It's gone over the top. Good throw-in, actually. Ball comes out. Delahunty might have been tackled there, but just got it away. 44 is Harrison. Goes backwards. Batten. No, sorry, that's Scott. Goes long. Great mark. Lovely mark, Quinlan. He's had a quiet day. And Max is going to go back on a tight angle here. It's about a 60-degree angle. We're on the opposite side of the ground. We've got a lovely view of this ball. 23 minutes gone in the last quarter. There can't be long left, actually. He's got it low. They need to touch. Just touch. It's kept in play. Dangerous in front. Bishop there and present. At the ball comes Fleming, and away go Terrigal Avoca. What a performance this has been today from them. Sets them up for the rest of the season. If Cardiff fail, Terrigal's going to be right on their hammer. Shortall. Mark on centre wing. Taking his time. May he like to go backwards here? Has he got people behind him? He has. no one really marking up. So he goes forward. One-on-one contest. Thomas dwarfed really in that contest by O'Donoghue. Contest made, no tackle being made. And umpire says that'll be mine. Lucas, some thoughts on the best player on the ground? This is actually going to be a tough ask.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough for Terrigal. Avoca have had there's a blood rule there, I think, David, signalled by umpire Bloom. Chris Jackson, thank you. I think Brandon Thomas obviously kicked 3 goals. James Webster around the ground. I think out of the back half, Corbin Bond's been very good, Jacob, but as well, David. But I think it was just that middle of the time where the game was fairly even. Chris Bishop's come in and kicked 2 goals in a matter of minutes and stamped his authority on the game as he so often does.
And on for Newcastle City, Durbridge has been good. Dwyer's had a very good game. I've called him a lot today. I think I've been impressed with Van Hoesteed. You can see here the development that he has. Batten's got a few touches, more than a few.
Mitch Knight was good around the stoppages there as well. Yeah,
Knight's been very good in and under, as he always is. It's a very hard get this one. This is a very hard call for us. Away they go. Kavanagh down the wing. Van Hoesteed's got the sit here. Well done, McKellar. Van Hoesteed comes back. Does very well. It's a 2-on-1 contest. Jason Van Dam, every time there's 2-on-1. Polglaze goes wide. I've been very impressed today, and there's the full-time pooter. So the siren goes, and that is a quite remarkable victory, actually. Terrigal Avoca, reading the scorecards, amazing. Terrigal Avoca, 6 goals, 12-48. Newcastle City, 1-8-14. Lucas Holmes goal kickers both sides.
3 goals for Brandon Thomas, David, 2 for Chris Bishop, and 1 at the end there for Matt Shortall. And for Newcastle City, the solitary goal kicker being Pat Gillingham.
We've been going through our best players on the ground. It's a very hard ask to get you a Subway player of the match. But while we're thinking about it amongst ourselves, superb performance, Terrigal Avoca. Just a defensive shutdown, and when they go back to Breakers tonight, they'll be very happy with the performance against a very good Newcastle City side, and it sets them up for some great clashes down the line later on in the year. And if Cardiff stumble, Terrigal are going to be there to pounce in for mine. I'm really struggling. Grimmin was good. Delahunty got some touches. Wow.
McKellar was all right at the back as well.
McKellar was all right at the back. Kurt Fleming was pretty good. Shortall was all right. It's very hard to choose this. It's difficult. We have to find someone else other than the ones. We've got to find someone else other than James. We've chosen James before.
Yeah. For me, David, in my opinion, I sort of got it down to 2. I sort of went with Corbin Bond as well as Chris Bishop. David was sort of my 2 that I get it down to.
Yeah, I'm happy with Bond.
Bond?
So, Subway man of the match, as decided by the great man Lucas Holmes, is Corbin Bond. Thanks to Finn and thanks to Justin today for a great job from Bar TV. Lucas Holmes, thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you, David.
Good day at the office. Next week, Lucas and I have the privilege of calling 2 games up there at Rooster Dome at the Great Rose Point Park. But the main game, the Black Diamond Cup game next week, will be Singleton and Killarney Vale. From Hilton Moore Oval, on a beautiful afternoon here in East Gosford, on behalf of my partner Lucas Holmes and our Bar TV crew, this is David Redden bidding you all a very good afternoon. Good luck, Australia.
G'day, Rabbit and Julie Goodwin here from Star 104.5.
We love the Central Coast and we love our local sport, especially the Hunter Haval Black Diamond AFL.
You're looking for a feature-packed premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Haval and their range of affordable SUVs.
We want to give a massive thank you to all of the Hunter Haval Black Diamond AFL sponsors.
Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club.
GE Industrial Solutions, ISC,
Prime 7.
Bar TV Sports,
The Entertainment Grounds.
Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery.
Marks Men Workforce.
Please support our sponsors that support us.
And we'll catch you on the radio 6 till 9 weekdays on Star 104.5.
Introducing luxury you won't have to sell the house for. The new Haval H6 from $29,990.